Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Francois? I was a little late. Oh, was playing a little, recording my Space Marine 2 playthrough. Got my ass whooped a couple of times, and then had to take care of my clothes, which I still do have to. Oh wow, that doesn't dry up, does it? Or maybe the water dried up and that residue left over. Let's see how it turned out. Turned out okay. Needs to be a bit thicker. So too thick and not thick enough. Might have to redo these guys. I need to get him done though. So thin it doesn't come off like as a whole piece. Except for this piece does. I might be painting characters today. I might scrap all of this, or maybe most of it. Try to redo it. Because that was probably too watery. Still doesn't honestly look that bad, actually. This guy actually looks good. I will keep him. He actually looks really good. He's a keeper. This guy not so much. He's very spotty, so alright, let's take a look at some more models. His finger here got really dark. What is that? I have no idea what that was. He'll be scrapped. Scrapped. Not too bad. I think he'll still be scrapped. Doesn't look too bad, but I think scrapped too. I'm not sure about this one. Might scrap. I'm not in a hurry to get Terminators anyway. I definitely want to do them right. I want to do them all right, of course. That's way too light. All the paint kind of fell off and it's very faded. So scrap. crap. Yeah, maybe it's a little too thin. That. That doesn't look too bad though in the backpack. Bit bright. This is too dark. So not thin enough, too thin. If only I can get the consistency right. Scrap. I need to get that formulation down pat. Kind of like these guys, they're done well. Near perfection. So out of all the Terminators I've created, one I'm willing to keep. The other one, I just rinsed them off before the paint's dried. Alright. Let me grab... Maybe I'll grab not the... Well, I guess the characters, why not? Or should I grab the Vanguard? I think maybe the Vanguard. Oh crap. Man, the magnets keep falling out of these guys. Even this guy too. I'm not gonna paint him because he's missing an arm. I'll have to get the Power Fist on him first. So all the regular guys first. Not him. Oh, here's an old school Terminator. That blue is so thick. Okay. Alright. Let me glue down this magnet on this guy first. Okay. Scrape off that top piece. Make sure it's flush. That way it doesn't cause any issues when it's on the trying to sit flat. Perfect. Okay, he is done. Put him not to be used just yet. Where's the other guy with the missing magnet? Here. It's going all right. I mean, I want to get a lot more done. There's not enough time in the day, but at the same time, I'm being lazy and procrastinating a lot. So that's mostly my fault. How about you? Okay, that is sticking out a lot. So I guess you can't really see it, can you? No, you can kind of right there. It's a little shadow piece. Let's get that flush. That way, whenever you sit it on a metal piece or the gaming top, it won't be lopsided. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, part of this, guys, I'm not going to be going into it. I still need to formulate how this thing's going to work. I need to, I bought a scale to like measure out how many of the flow aid versus the actual paint to try to get an exact amount so I can be consistent with it, but it's kind of hard. Because as you use it to see if it works, I then add more to it, which is then not consistent. It looks like that might be a little too thick. And what I need to do is I need to get this open because, ouch, I need to refill it. With more of the flow aid. It's a little bit easier to use this dropper than the big one. The big one's a little, just a little out of control sometimes. Okay, so let's mix it up. Can you guys hear me? I did ask how you're doing there, James, too. How was your day? Looks like I need to clean out my water over here, too. Maybe I should use a new way to deploy my paint, but I don't really have a good paintbrush for that. Okay. Hopefully this is the right mixture. I mean, I don't know the exact science behind it. It's based on feel, kind of like Uncle Roger says. Make sure I don't put my stuff in my drink. Now let's go ahead and redo this guy. Hopefully it's not too wet that it's leaking, so that the paint will stay where it's at. And it's a deep blue that will recess into the grooves and allow that little nice, what do you call it? Edge highlighting look. Looks like this is sticking. That's promising. Let's remove some areas that are a bit much. Like the fingers there. Hope someday I can use Terminators in a competitive list. I mean, I will try to figure out a way, because I like to play, like to try regardless. Okay, that seems very promising. Now, if I can only retain that proper mixture correctly. I wonder if I can see how it, whenever I mix it here, to see how it flows. And if I can remember that, which I have terrible memory, I can maybe get it consistent that way. Actually, these are veterans, Stern Guard veterans. I wonder what they look like. Let me pull them up from GW's website real quick. Don't remember. I know they have some white on them. Ah, it's the shoulder pads. Okay. It's the, what do you call it, around the shoulder pads. Instead of it being gold, it's white. kind of sucks because I like to have gold all over the place. Try my best not to get too much blue on those rims. And their helmets are white, so uh-oh. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Actually, yeah, okay. Oops. Oh, okay. So, I think James must have died. Hope not, but the prognosis is not looking good. Can you hear me, Francois? I'm gonna make sure my mic's working too. Oh man, I am painting terribly. Trying to make sure I don't get too much of the helmet, so I don't have too much paint over white. I used to use Stern Guard veterans. They're not too bad for 90 points for 5 models, or 100 and my music is loud. I wonder how loud is loud. It's all relative. I meant it to be able to be heard a little bit, but make sure it's not over me, because you guys I know want to hear my beautiful voice. You know, that's the reason why you guys come here, not because of my painting. My sweet, sweet voice. I think that knee pad's gonna be white. Can't really paint any. Can't really paint any of the. I don't think any of the characters that I have at the moment. Like I don't want to paint my Calgar just yet because I have to scrap him first. I want to paint my Captain in Gravis armor because I have to scrap him first. And I know I'm going to be hopefully playing this week, so that okay, this looks like this is a bit light, so I might need to add more of this. And I think maybe when I return back on today, actually, I think I will put them through the scrapper, just because I want to go ahead and start getting started on Calgar at the very least, because I don't have the not the official, but I don't have the new model. I would paint the new model first, and then paint the old model that I have. So I think for um, tomorrow's stream, if nothing happens, I will probably scrap Calgar that night and try to get him painted as soon as possible. What is scrapping? I guess it's a bad word to use, but it's just removing the paint, scrapping the paint. So I have the like a what do you call it? A jewelry cleaner. It essentially just vibrates, and I put some LA Totally Awesome in there, and that's what I mean by scrapping. It's not like destroying it or anything. Not the right terminology to use, but that's what I mean by it. Actually, it might not be able to. There's certain issues actually going on tomorrow that I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to stream or not. There's something going on. I can't say what it is, and it might stop me from streaming. Not because I want to stop streaming, just circumstances out of my control. So we will see what happens. Scrapping, stripping, you know, dollar bills come however they come. No, I say scrapping, like I'm scrapping the paint, like the technique that I use on it, or whatever you want to call it, like scrapping the project, you know. But it is stripping the paint, though, yes. Okay. Make sure you get all that blue where I can. Wonder if we can add a little bit more of this. And maybe just a few drops of this. Yes. So I do use Calgar. I already have his Victrix guard, even though it's not official models. I do have his Victrix guard. Although I do want these guys to be the Victrix guard. But the other ones look so cool. Definitely need to get some new water. I would love that deal, man. I don't think eBay would be the best shot. Oh, actually, since there's not a lot of viewers, hold on. Man, I wish you would. Let me. I'm gonna throw in the Discord real quick onto the chat, maybe, or should I put it in the description? I don't know. So I would love to have the current Calgar, of course. And I would very much appreciate it. That's an amazing deal. That, to me, honestly, one of my friends said that, you know, one of my, I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I'm thinking of what he said. He said, you know, when you see a deal, you'd be losing money if you didn't buy it. Doesn't matter if I use it or not. If there's a deal, I would be losing money if I didn't buy it. It's like, you know what? You're right. You're right. So can't paint that one. That's going to be white. Okay. No, what I'll do is I'll open up something and I'll catch that deal from you for sure, man. And I do appreciate that for sure. I would love to have an official Calgar. Although I'll probably try to like repose him, because I don't like that pose that he has is like one of his old poses, which I don't like. I like you saw my Calgar, right? I really like that pose a lot better. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. So I can try to find a way to maneuver his hands in such a way, but then again, his ammunition pack might be iffy. But I might be able to. I don't know if I'll be able to do something about that or not. So let me throw it in the chat, I guess. Why not? You know what? Installing updates, great. I thought I already updated. Oh, James said I'm go. No. James, you there? Let's see. I haven't created an image or anything on it. Nope, not that one. Let's see, how do I... How do I add people? Oh, here it is. Let's try that. Sparse in 7 days. No problem, man. Actually, here we go. This link will inspire in a day. There we go. That way, people can't just go into the recording and click on that link. So that will inspire one day. Alright, there we go. Oh, great. A lot of people are joining. I need to grab my clothes from my dryer. Alright, so James, you're gonna be the test subject here. Even though you're very busy, let me know. I mean, if you have an image, you know, you could post on that image chat area. That'd be pretty nice. At least I know that people got in. Cleaning. I need to go gather all my paintbrushes so I can see what availabilities of paintbrushes I have. Okay. Paint one more model real quick before I go grab my clothes from the washer. Yeah, I know, Francois. I know you're the one who's pushing me for the Facebook, but I don't trust Facebook either, though. I mean, I have it. I'll have the Messenger, and I've been on Facebook too, but I don't access my profiles anymore. I don't know what the passwords are for them anyway. And the only reason why I have Facebook is just for, oh, well, well, there goes the test. Facebook creates, apparently, you know about like what they call shadow copies or shadow profiles. Do you know about that, Francois? Really? They want real IDs now? Holy crap. Well, at least for me with dang, I didn't know that. Shit, I'm not gonna. If I ever have to put my real ID on there, well, so much for Facebook then. It's kind of the reason why I like Discord. You just remain anonymous. You don't have to put. I don't think you have to put in information. I don't remember. It's been a long while. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really care too much, honestly. I just don't like Facebook. Yeah, I never honestly believed in, there's this guy that says Facebook creates shadow profiles. It's like, I mean, I get it. You know, it kind of makes sense, but it's kind of weird as to why would Facebook do that? You know, create shadow profiles. Do you know what that is? Well, not necessarily that. It's more like even if you do not create a Facebook account, if there are people in that has your phone number, that has your name as a listed number, because you know Facebook asks for people. It's like, hey, you know, share your contacts list, and we can make it easier for you. And a lot of people just agree to that. So if you don't create a profile, Facebook can make a profile for you, saying, hey, there's this guy called Francois with this number, and if they get enough information like that from like your friends and stuff, they can create your profile. They'll know your phone number, they'll know your name, and they'll almost know where you live. Because of your friends, you know, just automatically saying, Facebook, go ahead and take my contact list. It's a trick, like incognito or VPN and access flags. I mean, you're not wrong about that one too. I think Google has been sued about that, like the incognito. It's not really incognito, but I mean, you know, you can't really trust any company per se, you know. It is what it is, you know. You could make life more difficult for yourself, or you can just accept the facts of what it is. That doesn't mean you necessarily have to, you know, give all that information out. Just understand what's going on. It's kind of hard to kind of avoid technology nowadays, especially even if you do it. If your friends don't do the same thing as you do, you're already known too. It's like my et tu Brutus. Okay. Okay, I think he is painted. There we go. Nice. I'm curious as to how this will turn out, though. Should be crap. Okay. Oh, it is the top part too. Okay, cool. All right, so that little fly, that little thing up there should be white as well. So I'll make sure I avoid that with this ultra fine paintbrush. The point is about making it hard to prove in court. Oh, it's not going to be hard, man. Especially with your friends. Just I don't know if your friends do it or not, but like if they get a like if Facebook gets enough of people to say, this is Francois, it's going to be hard to kind of like say, oh, that's not me. It's like, well, I'm sorry, your friends just said this is you. You have the same phone number, you have the same, from all your friends. Um, I don't know if Discord, like I said, Discord I don't think has that. Like it doesn't do, I don't know if it does shadow profiles or not. And um, I honestly I don't know. It's something that I guess you kind of have to accept nowadays. Not because you did anything wrong, but just because other people, But I will say this, man. Just don't do anything to get in trouble. I'll make it a lot easier. And, I'm sure the courts can pull something to try to prove it, or try to make it, I guess, blame you, but make it as difficult as possible. I don't remember if Facebook has like cooperative federal government. I'm not sure. I know of an instance of Apple cooperating with the government, but it's like, they did their encryption so well that even Apple couldn't break their own stuff. Oh yeah, for sure. Of course, with limitations, of course. Like, obviously, like, no inciting violence and no screaming bomb in a theater or a shopping center, But outside of that, man, not harmful speech, I guess hate speech and all that, I'm, 100%, because I need to find out who the a-holes are. I want to know who the a-holes are. Like, that guy's an a-hole. Want to avoid him. It's super weird in colleges some time ago about free speech zones or whatever that's called. It's so strange. And what I mean by that, it's basically anti-free speech. It's kind of, I guess, America done it to itself, I suppose. Made life too comfortable, too easy, and people forgot how hard life truly can be it. I guess it's kind of like what a lot of people in the medical field talk about, like in terms of vaccines, that it's become so successful that diseases and stuff have become a myth. Sounded violence, a dog whistle for censorship that exists specifically for our rights and need to discuss. Well, there's a very specific way about inciting violence, though. It's not like just saying that you hate someone or whatever. So, like, whenever you want to say, let's go trash this place or let's go attack this place, I believe it's specifically dealing with that. But yes, any rules can, what you call it, be quite questionable, you know? We are humans after all. We are very flawed and we crave power. Okay. I think they say, is it call to action actually? But I did hear inciting violence as well too. Call to action. Sounds like the volume of the music has gone down a bit. Nice. Alright. Oop, missed that spot. Alright, nice. Even when I think I'm done with painting, I am not, because I still have to base it. I still have to fix the base. But at least I know my models are painted. I have no idea when I'm going to base them. It's impossible to be perfect. I think this mixture is quite perfect though. They're close enough to perfect. Oops. I'm gonna paint his head there. That is looking nice. Well, I'd say there is a difference though, you know. Like, saying that you don't like the president or whatever, it's not inciting violence. Saying that there needs to be some change, that it's not inciting violence though. Well, are you an, let me ask you, are you an absolutist of the First Amendment? Meaning that all speech should be protected? And I guess what is the definition of inciting violence though? You know, you can kind of refine it, and you can say that, well, you know, they can always abuse it, but yes, that applies to any rule, really. I mean, it's always going to be the case. Something that should not happen, of course, but, you know, we are human beings after all. So you'd be perfectly okay if people constantly scream like bombs and stuff whenever you're like watching a movie or eating out. You would absolutely be perfectly fine with that. You could hate it, absolutely, but you would say, you know, it's protected speech. Because that's like you know, I had a discussion with friends about it. I'm not too sure I'm an absolutist because I'm more of a. I understand there are exceptions to the rules. It sucks that there has to be exceptions to the rules because then you can make an exception that would be, you know, could be questionable for sure. I wish it was an absolutist type thing, but it's very difficult to have it that way. Just you'll have people who, you know, who are just a-holes out there screaming bombs and whatnot, calling up schools and saying bomb threat, and you know, eateries and whatnot. It just what's it is protected speech. Good lord, I can't speak. Only one guy left. So I generally do think about things like this too sometimes, you know. Excuse me. I'm always open mind. I'm always open to changing my mind for sure. People make good arguments. Because I think people should be able to change their mind. I think people should be open-minded. It's not to say that you should change your values right away, especially if you hear a very good argument. But being open-minded and being able to change your mind, I think is a good thing. Hmm. And I will be right back because I need to go grab my clothes from the dryer. It's been sitting there for a little bit too, not dryer, washer, and put it in a dryer. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Nice. Yep. I guess the problem with call to action against tyrants is who's going to determine what is and isn't a tyrant? What if you believe someone to be a tyrant, but the other 51% of the population doesn't consider that person a tyrant? And this is where the problem lies, is kind of like who is the, I guess, yeah, but the problem is like, what if someone considers you to be a tyrant? Would that give them right to violently oppose you? I'm not exactly sure what the violently opposition would be. Violently would usually be harm, physical harm, I'd assume. Otherwise, words aren't exactly violent. Although some people do say that, though. Don't get me wrong, like, I do believe in exceptions, but I do not believe in having too many exceptions. And that goes down to definition, I suppose. Being the biggest issue. Like, again, you say you should be okay for violent tyrant. You should be able to do it for tyrants, but then what is the definition of a tyrant? It goes along the lines of what's the definition of inciting violence. You know, and that's kind of always going to be the problem with any kind of law and stuff, though. It's the definition of things. Like, what if the definition of inciting violence is exactly the way you like it? Then you wouldn't be opposed to it because it's defined the way that you like it. Much the same way a tyrant or tyranny, you know, if it's defined exactly the way you like it, then you're not going to have a problem with it. But then maybe other people have a problem with it. Yeah, absolutely. Like any rule, any law will have a chance of being abused. That is the problem. And I 100% agree with you with that. That's the reason why I'm not an absolutist. I do believe in exceptions, but the exceptions must be very limited. You cannot, because the problem is with exceptions is that you can you can end up having laws that says rules for thee and not for me, which then becomes the problem with exceptions. There's It's very hard to have I guess a perfect I guess law system or something, whatever you want to call it. It's we're humans, man. It sucks. But it is what it is. We try to be as close to perfect as possible. It's never going to happen. We just keep adjusting laws and hope that we get it right, but it'll never be. Let's 23 exits here need to be. Oh, I don't follow very much in the political spectrum, man. God, politics sucks. I know most Americans should get into politics for sure, but goddamn, I don't disagree with you there. Well, if you agree that people should get into politics, I think they should, because obviously it's going to affect all of us, There are people out there who believe that, voting is not gonna do anything, and people say that you should always vote regardless. I'm laughing because you're not wrong. I mean, it's worth discussing, but at the same time, it's like, does it really matter? I think some people will say yes, of course. Maybe you can make some change. It's kind of it's very difficult, and you know, we we as Hey, I'm with you on that one, man. Like I said, if I ever have influence, I would tell people to vote for who they believe is, who they believe the right candidate should be. And if they don't want to vote for any of them, I say vote third party, because gosh darn it, we need more than just two people in that podium. And hopefully it'll bring the rise of at least more political people that are not just Republican or Democrat, but have I don't know, Tea Party, I don't know, Green Party. I have no idea what the middle party is. You think the election's rigged? Like, what do you call it? Not rigged as in, well, I guess rigged for, I guess from the rich people, I suppose. Huh? It's just an illusion to think that we have choice. Just let me paint on the screen here. Yeah, I mean, rigged in the sense that either the choices that you have are false and won't matter, or whether they're really a choice at all, anything along those lines. Some argue about removing the electoral college. What are you for that? Well, I guess with that, with what you just said, I guess it doesn't really matter. Electoral college is probably a fake as well at that point, or same thing with the choices actually. I know nothing about that. Well, the biggest, I guess, what was it? The reason for the electoral college, though, is to is to prevent states that have very high population from overriding, or yeah, overriding states with low population, so that high population states, you know, can't just outvote low population states. It's a type of balance, I suppose. And I get it. But then, at least every individual vote will count if you believe that we have an election. At which, if you don't, then all this voting is just an illusion. The only thing I will say is I'm going to enjoy my life as much as possible. I mean, if I have a choice, I have a choice. If I don't, I don't. I try to. And this goes back to, I guess, a saying I heard back in college: life is suffering, so why suffer with it? State shouldn't matter. What do you mean one state was another state? Well, no, it's what is it? Because I believe, generally speaking, a lot of states, I guess, kind of, how do you say? I guess there's a way for states potentially to influence the populace to say, hey, everyone need to vote, Democrat or Republican. And then because, the states influence the vote of the public, it could swing the vote. Yeah, if you look at the Electoral College, the intention for it was to prevent high population areas or high population states from just outright beating low population states. So, for example, kind of like I guess California would be able to beat out a lot of Midwestern states, including a lot of Southern states by itself. But because of the Electoral College, it might be able to beat out just the Midwestern states because of the number of Electoral College it has. So for every 100,000 people, it gets one or two Electoral College, or maybe it has like a starting off thing. Well, that's for the I don't know. I have to look at. There are some states actually, yes, that will say that they're supposed to vote according to the percentages of the people's vote. But there are some states who will say that if 51% of the people vote for Democrat, then all of the electoral college will go Democrat, or Republican, whichever way. It's not meant to be that way. It's meant to be like if 51% of the people vote Democrat, then let's say there's 10 electoral college, then it'll be 6 Democrat votes and 4 Republican votes, or if all the rest are Republican votes. That's the way it's meant to be. But there are some states that does that, where it's like even if 51% votes Democrat or Republican, and the other 49% is the other, all the votes go to the winning side, which is I've heard of that too. I don't know if California is one of those states or not. I think it probably might be. I don't know. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. I guess I should finish him up. That way I can varnish him and bring him out. I don't know if I'm running him in my. Don't know if I'm running that guy in my list. Probably not yet. Actually, I need to paint the thing black first. Yeah, but the technology itself can be hacked. It can be gamed as well, much like registration. Just because you have the technology to, vote your way, they could do the exact same thing. Like, as opposed to going down and dropping a ballot, you're using a technology the same way. So the ballot and the electronic vote are the same. If you believe that it's based on how they're registered, then it doesn't matter if they vote electronically or in person with a physical vote. It's going to be the same. Oop, the music ran out. Again, so no matter how voting is done, if you believe it's based on registration, then that's where how actual voting is done. If you believe it's actual ballots, then technology and the ballot itself will be the same. All right. This guy's gonna be done in 2 days. Paint this gold. I mean, he could. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really go studying up on that too much. I know it was based on. I know it was kind of like that, where like they voted for their people because people don't study politics very much, and so they kind of voted in what their people thought they wanted, and then now they're supposed to vote on based on the how the populace vote in their state. So things change over time. Now, whether you believe it did or didn't, I don't know for sure. I'm not an electoral college. I don't know who the people of the electoral college are. Like, how are they, voted in, I suppose, or who, who are they to go do this? This mysterious group of people who vote for the population. The mysterious, however many that you have in your country, in your state country. The people of the electoral college, I believe, are supposed to be educated and all that, but who are they though? Who elects them? Who are this mysterious electoral college people? I've never seen them. Do they exist? Are they secretive? Is it the Illuminati? Yeah, exactly. Honestly, yeah, that's one of my things. Like I've thought about it. It's like I've never heard of them being voted. Is it like some random people that are um, what do you call it? Like randomized computer or something like that? Get sent to their mailbox saying, "Hey, you're in an electoral college." But then again, I never did the research on it, so I'm not sure. can I do the... Oh, I know I can actually do it now. For this mysterious group of people. Oh my god, that is not... that is way too much. That looks pretty nice on the skull. Darken it up a little bit. Oops. I forgot about the skull in the hand there. There we go. I definitely need to start collecting information on what color needs nids I'm gonna go with, so I can finish up that frickin' guy, that lieutenant that I have, as well as paint my nids from the Space Marine box board game. All right. So not too much done today. I do have to start getting going though. Not really a lot done. I did paint up some Veteran Vanguard, and 2 Terminators. I am going to be scrapping these guys because I don't like the way it's painted. Yeah. Hold on. Space Marine, the board game. Captain Titus. It's 2 players only though. And here is his model. I went with the helmeted version as opposed to the non-helmeted version. And then some of the nids or gaunts that I have, man. Essentially, I think they're just basic gaunts. No, nothing. I was just pointing out the board game, the Space Marine board game. 2 players only. One of those. No, no, it's in Target where I bought mine. I ordered from Target. I think it's a legitimate 40K product. I don't know if Walmart sells it actually. I've not read the instructions. I just want to get the models and paint it. The board game is $40. Lieutenants are like $35. So it's like it's kind of worth it. It's a unique model, a unique lieutenant. I want to get another one and another one. So I could instead of if I get another one, I'll have the pose, but I'm going to make that into a power fist instead of a chain sword. Change that to a plasma pistol. I have to cut it off at the hand there and be careful about this little thing here. And this will be an easy conversion. I think a power fist there would look pretty nice. But yeah. Well, the gaunts, I believe, are typical gaunts. The board game, the actual board itself, looks like the same stuff that they make Underworlds with. So it's not. I don't think it's a. I don't know if it's a partnership or anything. Let me take a look, actually. Space Marine board game. It looks like. Is it only in Target? Target. Damn, eBay's got it for a lot cheaper. I should have bought it off eBay instead. Damn, they got a lot. Man, cheaper too. Yeah, it looks like it is a Target. Is it a Target exclusive? It's kind of weird how there's this one shop called Bullseye Deals that has sold 333 of these things and has more than 10 available. 23 sold in the last 24 hours. And then someone has Titus by itself for 40 bucks or best offer, plus $4.11 for shipping. And it's just a sprue of Titus. Dude. What are these things? Ah. Nope. Let's see. I kind of want to buy another one. I hate myself. I want to get Titus. Titties. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, so it's free shipping for $32. I think about buying it and returning. I think about buying 2 of them, grabbing one that's not open, returning it back to Target to get my 40 some odd dollars back, and only spending 32 on these things. I guess plus tax too. Let's see, is it brand? Does it say it's brand new? Yeah, it's brand new. Alright, I have streamed a bit much today. A little bit longer today, but then again it was interrupted a little bit. I need to stop being lazy and print the freaking Power Fist for these guys. And I need to get these guys into the... I need to make sure I didn't break my stupid jewelry cleaner, because I dropped it by accident and spilled everything that's inside of it. Luckily enough, it was in a tile floor, so it impacted pretty hard. Hopefully it's not destroyed though. Anyways, for tomorrow, man, I hate painting white. And these vanguards are white. But for tomorrow, I have to scrap a lot of things before I can paint them. I want to do Calgar, but I can't because I have to scrap him when I get home. So I guess I do have to paint these guys. I do need to finish up with him because I want to make. He looks really cool. He's done properly. The other model, he doesn't have the other non-helmeted version. I changed it out to a helmeted. Absolutely love it now. The only reason why I haven't painted them yet is because I don't know what colors the nid's going to be. Once I figure that out, then I can start painting the base, or is that stepping on dead nid, and I can paint that strap black and that tooth, actually bone, which I don't have bone out yet. Other than that, it's just the nids that are not painted, and the blood, which I think might be green. Need to finish those 2 guys up because they're essentially done. I just need to varnish him now. Tomorrow, actually, I need to do, crap. I forgot to do his shoulder right here, gold, which I need to paint it black. Man, I am catching so many things I did wrong here. So anyways, I will be pausing around here. I try to stream every day around. It's about 13, I think, right? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 nids and 2 swarm rippers, I believe. Yeah. Is it? 30 miniatures. 30 miniatures. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23. How's it 30 miniatures? Or did I look at that wrong? It's more than 20 Ravenous Tyranids. No. Huh. There's something not right here. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Let's see the back of the box. It doesn't say. Oh, here it is. 23 Citadel miniatures. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So 22 nids and then Titus himself. 20 Gaunts and then 2 Ripper Swarms, I believe. And then Titus will make the 23rd model. Let's see Target real quick. And I don't want to, my Target's so far away from where I live. Orders. Let's see, how long do I got the delivered? August 29th. Let's see, how long do I have for return? Yeah, I paid $39.99 for it, then tax. Return by November 27th. Wow, November? Oh, good lord, that's amazing. Return policy. Yeah, for sure. But I think they're official GW models, obviously, I believe. I mean, it'd be kind of weird if Barnes & Noble and Target starts making... Is it Barnes & Noble, too? I don't see that for sale on here. I do see Target. Let's see. Target. Well, they have Board Game Geek, I believe, sells it. Think. I don't see Barnes & Noble though. Makes me wonder if the Barnes & Noble close by where I live still exists. It looks like it might just be a Target exclusive. From Target. Yeah, I mean, and like, you know, if you really, I guess, I don't know if you want to get Titus or not. Oh, but they do care. Space Marine. Oh, Space Marines Adventures? I have no idea what that one is. I'm gonna search for this real quick and maybe maybe return to Target one and get the cheaper version. 40. Whoa. Why is it so expensive whenever do buy it now? Why is this one cheaper? And why is it not listed? Try that search. Yeah, I mean, it's something fun that's a little bit different from just the 40K stuff, you know, just something that you and another person can play. I mean, and then the price of it being $40, if you can actually get it, excuse me, you can actually get it cheaper at what do you call it? At eBay, and with all the models that you get, it's worth the price, honestly, in my opinion. Shipping. Yeah, people are trying to sell this thing's like torn apart. Yep, that's it. That's the cheapest. Hmm. Well, anyways, I've been looking at the board games and stuff. So anyways, I guess I'll repeat my end statement here. I try to stream every day around 4 to 4:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I try to stream for at least an hour, so I can try to paint up my models. I think for tomorrow, it has covered an Ultramarines logo. Here, let me grab the model. I can show it to you. So he has an Ultramarines logo in his chest there. Let me grab something I can point it out. So right here, it's an Ultramarines logo. Yeah, you see it on his chest there. And then, let's see, he has an Ultramarines logo on his knee here. Yeah, you can see that there. Ultramarines logo in that backpack. Right there. Let's see, and I think that's it. Yeah, so 1, 2, and 3. The backpack, the knee, and then the chest piece. He's a true Ultramarines brother. Yeah, man, for sure. Alright, I gotta pause right here. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I will see you.